South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys.
You got it.
I didn't know if I was supposed to. I didn't know if that was your thing.
Oh no, that's a test. We give all the.
Cody
guests
was like,
that
I did
test.
not want to step on you guys.
I know I'm a bad boy, but I mean, I don't want to cut.
You're an
off
OG South Jersey bad boy.
The badder boys.
You are one of the.
You're one of the baddest boys in South Jersey.
Yeah.
I get in trouble a decent amount of times. Yeah, it's like, it's like
In terms of DUI numbers, you are the baddest boy in South Jersey.
It's not like
Documented.
It's not in files and stuff. It's not good. It's not like a good
You
thing.
have a bit of a record. Have you
Yeah.
done anything a little wild since you've been in the Glassboro
Yeah,
there?
you seem a lot more tame these days.
Yeah, it's tough when you have a breathalyzer on your truck. It's just like you just stay
So a
where
hard
you want.
workaround.
Yeah, that's always what it was. Getting like, how am I getting to the how are you here? It's like I drove.
Right. Well,
That
it's
was usually-
effective. It's good to know that those things are effective.
Yeah, I don't think I really trouble. I'm kind of staying out. Well, I did. I had a whole debacle with the
Debacle.
Yeah, I got like kind of like a little bit assaulted by the security bouncers at Landmark, and now I'm at like an all-out war with
What?
with the
What happened?
bouncers
As
at
a
Landmark.
preface to this, can you tell the stories you've had about how you are the nicest person to ever be thrown out of a bar? Like you have good relationships with people that have chucked you out.
Yeah, I actually ran into one of this bouncer used to kick me out of Otts in Berlin once a week.
He kicked you out so much that you developed a relationship.
Yeah. And we saw each other at another bar, and he's like, "Listen, man, I gotta tell you, you are the nicest guy I've ever had to kick out. You're always just like, yeah, I'll put my shirt back on. Obviously I'll leave.
Wow.
Because one time he even blamed himself. He's like, I was holding the glass and it was empty. He's like, don't drop that, and I'm like, I wasn't going to. Why would you fucking even?
Why would you tell me to do it?
Why would you? And he's like, that is my fault, but you do have to leave.
Didn't you light up a blunt in a bar too?
Yeah, that was it was.
Semantics.
That was hearsay.
Well, that was because it was legal now, and it was like
Yeah, not indoors.
it wasn't inside the bar. It
You were
was
in the
like
patio,
it was
right?
a patio area, and I'm just like the bouncer comes up. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, legal. He's like, no. I'm like, I mean, it is though.
Yeah.
It is. You guys might not be cool with it, but just say it's a cigarette. How do you fucking like? What do you? The cops are gonna come by and be
Some
like,
people have their own weird rules with that shit where it's like
Yeah.
cigarettes on a plane where your
Yeah.
Cody lights went up. Legal. There you go.
this is legal now.
Not in here, sir.
Well, see, I can understand the cigarette. Yeah, people are smoking cigarettes around me, so why can't I smoke a blunt? One's legal. One's more likely to give you cancer.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it's a different smell. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I find cigarette smoke smell way more offensive than weed. Even though like I used to hate the smell of skunks, and now I'm like, that's some good shit.
That's a dank ass.
That's a good. I'm like if either the car in front of me is smoking something good or something sad
Almost have
happened
those
here.
weird smells that you shouldn't like, but you do. Like I loved huffing gas fumes.
Yeah,
Gasoline.
yeah. Eating lead paint chips.
think
That was another.
Yeah,
thing.
I think if it smells weird and gets you high, it's
Magic.
If it fucks you up in any way, you kind of start to.
Yeah, it all comes back to like. Have you took a whiff of a magic marker recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would
yeah.
though.
I mean, it's just like if you hadn't had a beer in a long time, once you sniff one of those purple Sharpies, it's like,
yeah, magic marker would get me going.
what did they expect too? Because they were like scented, right?
They started making
That's what I
sense.
was wondering. I'm like, they were getting like Sharpie was like, all right, we're gonna get these kids buying these things by the
Yep.
barrel. Like I don't know. I guess like does it run out if you're just sniffing it?
Yeah, it'll dry out.
It'll dry out.
I don't even
eventually?
think they were
Even if you keep
Sharpies. I
that-
think they were just a certain type of marker.
Yeah, I remember you had the face on them or whatever. But I
Yeah.
feel like they were like they were probably like their company that they used to get these kids hooked on
Yeah.
phonics. But
Yeah.
Sharpies instead.
It was not the main brand. It was
Yeah.
like a knockoff Cheerios.
Exactly.
But it was just kids sitting there like, can you believe these kids are huffing these Sharpies and getting high even though we scented them?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey, stop sniffing that delicious grape flavor. And you're like, okay. It feels like you kind of want me to sniff it.
yeah, it smells like fucking Kool-Aid in my nostrils at 1 p.m. during, math class. Like,
Yeah, you just like do a color picture and then you roll it into a blunt and you just like
Yeah, dude.
Ooh,
Take
man.
a little hit during
Yeah.
history class.
woo.
Woo! What'd you say about World War II?
Shit's pretty cool. That's how kids end up getting hooked on World War II. They're just
Yeah.
high as fuck. They're like, I'm into this shit. Let's keep learning about
You know
it.
what? Now I'm interested.
Oh, you imagine the attentiveness in children's classrooms? It would just go through the roof if you just got them all high as hell watching fucking.
Well,
World
they
War
do
II.
now. They're just pumping kids with Adderall.
That is true.
Putting kids on speed, and they're like, "Fucking focus."
That's a good idea because they will because that drug works.
yeah. It's speed.
No matter what you do to settle down. Actually, no, it doesn't really work because depends who you are. I did like one when I was in high school to write my college essay, and instead of doing
The
any of
content
it,
still comes out as you. It's just you did the paper, but it's still like, what the fuck's good, professor?
no, I didn't do any of it. I just did. I took the fucking Adderall, and then I went. It was still in high school, so I went to my friend's soccer game dressed as a gorilla and threw a trash can onto the field.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
His team was like green or something, so I wore a green shirt and I was a green gorilla.
course.
And they were like, "Get the fuck out of here!" I'm like, "Well, I'm a gorilla, so I got to get out of here."
yeah. Again, you always will leave if someone asks you nicely.
That's nice.
Exactly, and that's what Adderall does for certain people. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to be younger in order for it to like, all right, and like someone train you along the way because I was
Yeah.
like trying to write a paper and I'm like, no, I don't really have anything to write about. Let me go have a life experience, and I just made something worse.
Right.
It's like, don't report this to colleges.
Now,
That's-
I'm sure you've gotten this question plenty of times, but was the gorilla suit, like, how realistic was it? Was it a black gorilla suit?
It was pretty good for like a high school. Like, it wasn't like the gorilla suit in Jackass when it's like, oh, that looks like a legit
It's like
gorilla.
an actual gorilla.
yeah.
It was kind of like I think there's like a few SpongeBob episodes where it's like, is that a gorilla in a thing? He's like, oh, well, I don't know. And it's like, get out of here, Johnny. And it's like one of those shitty ones.
Well, because in high school, I had made a video of us running through a shop right. Actually, no, it's a Pathmark. Remember those?
yes.
Yeah, my mom used to work at Pathmark.
I think my mom did it one too back in the day. Yeah, we're
My
Pathmark.
mom didn't. Do
Yeah.
that. I want to fit in. Dude.
South Jersey trash.
Yeah,
This is where the bad boys start.
it is.
That's
This
right.
really is where it all began.
Local Pathmark.
Yeah. So we ran through there. I was videotaping. You know, I'm always the guy holding the camera in the prank videos, in the porns. It's always me holding the camera.
You have those steady hands.
Yeah.
So
Danny in the corner.
Watching you kiss her. Can we talk about that for a second? Like, listen, I every time that song comes on, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But we're never gonna win a World
You
Series.
gotta change it.
Dude, it's a song about getting cucked. Like, why would we win a thing? Like, I want to make a video of me just in the corner watching the game, or actually, it's like people making out, but then it like goes to us being sad fans watching other teams win the
It's a
fucking
World Series, but they keep putting Cody on the big screen in the corner just jerking off.
This is how we win, guys. That's that. It's either we switch a song or that video comes
Philly
out.
with another incredibly weird theme song. And their new mascot, Gritty. Just Cody.
Yeah, I get gritty all the
Cody
time.
jerking off.
Who was the guy that recommended that song too? It's just like,
I think
I really like the message.
You know what's funny? I think we stole it from another baseball team.
Really?
I think it was St. Louis was using it, and we're like, yeah, we'll cuck you from that. We're cucking the cuck from the cuck song.
Oh my god!
I guess they got cucked because we came in and dominated.
Yeah.
it until
Yeah, and they were just standing on the sidelines watching.
So
That's
that's
how it
kind
ended.
of kind of a power move.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's the only reason why I'm like, well, maybe keep it around for that because
Right.
complete the cucking. But
Yeah.
we just keep
Exactly.
But
passing
you
cucking.
got to tell that story though. I didn't realize that. I mean, I was so enamored by the song, I didn't even take into account the fact that those are the lyrics.
Yeah.
Everyone's just happily singing the lyrics
Yeah.
in the stands throughout, and I thought the same thing. Like that's a kind of weird lyrics to be your song.
And
right?
not only that, but you listen to he's getting cucked by a girl. His girlfriend left him for a girl.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't.
So
believe-
now it's like, is he getting cucked or is he like, I'm watching you kiss her?
Right. Either
Whoa.
way.
Like, he's enjoying that.
Either way, it's a weird song to shotgun a beer to.
Yeah.
It is.
Which we all have.
Yeah, and especially the Phillies, like the Phillies fan bro, like really bro type of Phillies fans. Those kind of guys singing that song.
I'm in the
while
corner.
shotgunning. Yo, I'm in the corner.
I'm in the corner store watching you kiss her.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, can I get 12 on pump 9?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm giving it my own.
It just sounds like a really old Blink 182 at this
Yeah.
point. Like
Yeah.
Blink 182
You're
singing
right.
style sounds like a Philly accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
the
miss
guy
you.
Take it
Yeah.
home.
Miss you.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that song's
Damn,
fucking.
we need a Philly Blink-182 cover band.
Why not?
Fuck.
Yeah.
It was just Bruce Springsteen.
Just
Just wearing all that. It's like that's why his concerts are 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So he's got
Talk
a lot
about-
of costume outfits.
Oh yeah, and he's
Changes.
definitely on speed. I think
He's got to
think?
be.
You know, at that age.
He's got a tour coming up this year too. He's coming back to Philly.
I'm
Speaking
sorry,
of other guys
I
at
cut
DUI.
you off with your the Midas touch. What the fuck? Where'd you
Oh, the
go?
gorilla and the
Mark.
banana.
Where'd your mom
Oh,
work?
so
Sorry.
I was just the camera guy chasing my buddy in a gorilla suit, and he was chasing another buddy in a banana suit through a grocery store. That was
hell
like
yeah.
freshman year of high school when those flip video cameras came
Yeah.
out. It was like the first like on the go.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
We went to my friend. He worked at like a detailing cars at a place, and we almost got him fired. It was a lot of fun. We were just like filming him, and he'd be like, "Stop, dude, I'm
Now,
working."
what do you think the rules should be if you're a cop and there's kids that age, freshmen in high school,
Yeah.
who are running through a path mark in a gorilla suit, which all kids do, of course.
Yeah.
What should that cop be able to do? Can you knock a kid out? Should you be?
I think you gotta
arresting
use
them?
lethal force.
Lethal
dude.
force.
Yep.
Arresting them. What should the protocol be for teenagers just causing havoc?
I think if they dress up and middle ground it,
So the cops got to also.
because he's got to. Yeah, he's
So
got.
two gorillas fighting.
So
Yeah.
now we got.
He's got to go. He's got to go undercover, like put on an orange costume. Be like, which
You
one
gotta,
is it?
you gotta outsmart them.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well,
And well, yeah, you either kill him so that, that stops,
Yeah.
or you gotta teach him a lesson so that
Yeah.
it stops.
And
It's
that-
gotta stop though. These
Yeah.
kids are being bad.
I mean, there is nothing more annoying if you're a lady who's working at Pathmark who's got to go. You see a kid who looks way too old to be 14 running through in a gorilla suit, and you're like, oh my
Just
fucking
running
God,
in
dude.
I got a camera behind them, and nowadays everyone's like
She's
expecting.
making minimum wage.
That would
Yeah.
be funnier if you just did it. The camera's broken. It's like this is actually just for us.
Yeah.
We're not
I
just.
mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Dan was doing that.
This is
dude.
just for us, and it was all no self checkouts then either. You
Oh,
know,
shit.
He was he.
And then you have to deal with that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how do you deal with it? Like
You're like it's like the cash registers are like Plinko. It's like fuck. Hopefully they don't win.
Yeah.
They have to go through my aisle.
Yeah, you
Were,
have-
were you guys buying stuff
It's like
too?
an active shooter drill. Everyone just gets down behind the register.
We were buying stuff because we put the guy in the banana eventually.
So at least you were a customer.
Yeah, we were paying customers, totally fucking legal to put the guy in the banana suit in the shopping cart. And when we got to the front, the little treadmill that you put all your shit on.
Yes.
We tried putting
Treadmill.
the guy in the banana suit on the treadmill to push him up. And the lady standing there, she was just like, she was shaking her head and saying in her head, I ain't playing this shit today.
Wow.
And we just respectfully left. We weren't crazy like
That's
damn-
pretty funny though, because those things aren't. It's like
They're narrow, yeah.
So he's just like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's also funny the way that you describe that lady. I have an idea in my head of who that lady is because of the inner dialogue that you created.
She was, I would say, roughly early 70s, small white woman. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, name was Cindy.
She said,
I would've
ain't
put
playing
Margaret
I
that
ain't
shit."
playing that shit today, boy. And it was definitely an older white woman. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that all sounds correct. in
Yeah,
my
it does.
mind, yeah.
Now, we got to circle back to your landmark recent booting.
Oh right, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how recent we talking?
This is so I moved into Glassboro, my place in Glassboro, like in November.
Oh, wow.
And then
And already I had a boot.
November, the day before Thanksgiving, is when this happened. This is when this took place. Which I was actually on one of my best behaviors.
It sounds like
I
it.
was on my best behavior. I was buying a bunch of beers, but I was giving them out to people. So I'd buy like 6 beers at a time, and then I was with a bunch of people, so I'd be like, "Here you go."
Yeah,
and then
that's legal.
yeah, I was wearing a groutfit, so I'm wearing gray sweatpants. Because this is college kids. I'm like, listen, I want to look like I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
want
look.
to creep them out,
Yeah.
so I wore sweatpants with my dick hanging out.
Every gray sweatpants is
Yeah.
just a dick shower
With
right
the fanny,
there.
with the fanny pack,
Oh, so you look like Rocky, just
a
hanging
little
out in
bit
landmark.
and a Eagles beanie, and I was having I had a fun bathroom gag where I'd go to the bathroom, I'd be like, woo, and then I'd be at the stall, not even in the at the urinal, not even in the stall. I just like, woo, oh yeah, finally did a line off my own dick,
Yeah.
and that always got like the guy next to me would be like, that's pretty funny because
Right.
he knows that didn't happen, and guys like, what? Like,
Well, in
for-
fairness, you probably looked exactly like a homeless man.
yeah.
That they were like, I think we got to get rid of this guy just based off looks alone.
So I think that's probably what happened. So
Where it
I'm
started.
out of the bathroom now getting some beers, and like a security guard walks up to me and gets right in my face. He's like, "Are you a fucking tough guy?" And I'm like, "I'm on shrooms." So I'm like, "No, not at all, actually.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite a big pussy."
Why can't we just get along? Yeah.
And he just stares at me for a while. I'm like, and then he just grabs me by the arms and and thank God I put on the croquis on my glasses. So
Oh,
they
Well,
yeah.
thank God. You don't want to lose those.
yeah, I had some insight. I'm like, I'm getting thrown around tonight. I
Yeah.
feel like maybe I'll put these on. He fucking dude broke my shoe. Look at that.
Holy
zipper
shit.
zipper
Not
rip.
the shoe.
Because he's grabbing me and throwing me out, and I just put my hands. I'm like, I'll leave. I'll
Yeah.
just leave. If you let go, I'll leave.
Yeah.
Just let me go. I'll leave. I was like walking out, and he's like trying to throw me. I'm like, I'll leave.
Right.
And then I'm out there, and I like argued with another bouncer for about a half hour, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. You got kicked out. I'm like, you fucking look. I don't know. So I left. So I leave really mad, and then I go back like a few weeks later, and this time I'm with Andy Eklund and my old neighbor Hassan. I don't know if you know who Andy Eklund is.
No.
He's not he's not a tough guy. He's one of the most lovable person. Like doesn't want any sort of violence.
Yeah.
Hassan is Saudi Arabian. Could go either way.
Oh, I met him one time.
Yeah,
At the
yeah,
Flying W.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
It seems like you are getting profiled quite a bit.
yeah. I'm getting profiled almost immediately.
If you're gonna-
and then I profile back.
And if you get thrown out of a bar at this point, you can just yell, "Do you know who I am?" Because
Yeah.
I've been kicked out of every place in South Jersey,
That's kind of what I did.
and I do it respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is an art form for me.
Yeah.
But no, this time I'm just leaving. Like, I had a nice time. No one fucked with me. And I was leaving, and then I saw security, like, not the same security guard, because I was looking for that guy that whole
Yeah.
entire night. That's what I was arguing with the one bouncer. I'm like, I know you know his name. Just tell me what his name is and which car is his. Right. Just let me know which, because this one looks like this might be his car. If I fuck with, is this yours car?
Yeah.
And he's like, just leave. I'm like, okay. So when I go back the next time, a different security guard's there, and I'm on my way out, and I'm like, as a guy who like assaults people working tonight, and he's like, "What the fuck you say?" I'm like, "Just wondering if the guy who assaults people's working tonight, and which car he drives and where he lives." So I had 8 bouncers follow me, Andy Eklund and San out, and we're like, right where like I'm on the driveway in the parking lot, and they're like on the fucking grounds, and they're just like, "What the fuck? You think you're tough?" I'm like, "No, I just think I got assaulted. Look at the fucking footage. And why are you guys hiding? Why do you guys do this?" They're like, "You're a piece of shit. You're a college piece of shit." I'm like, "I'm actually 32. Guess
Do I
what?"
look like I'm in college?
Yeah. I mean, you think I could be getting pushed around here?
Yeah. Guess what, dumbass? I'm actually 32 years old.
And I had 2 roommates.
I got roommates that don't live in the dorm.
Also,
and
Yeah.
I love that they keep accusing you of being a tough guy. You're like, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be a tough guy.
That's what the whole thing kept circling
I
around. He's
like sweatpants.
yeah, they're just like, "I'm gonna fight you." I'm like, "You'll win." Just
Yeah.
fucking.
It's not about that.
I'm not trying to fight you. I'm just trying to. I want to know where the guy lives.
Yeah,
can
can I
fuck his
go
life.
into your establishment and hand out a couple of beers? I don't see what the problem is.
yeah, you
Yeah,
were
dude,
a
I'm
very
just
well-paying customer. It sounds like.
Honestly, thank God that I'm like afraid to go back, and like there will be issues if I do, because I drop every time I go there. Immediately, I'm like 13 beers, and I just put $100 down. I'm like, "Who wants this? Who wants to be my friend?"
I love that's that. Like you get assaulted at a place,
Yep.
and instead of being like, you know what, those motherfuckers are lucky that I'm not coming back, you're like, thank God I'm afraid to go back for those guys.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm scared to go back.
Yeah.
Because that would be a real problem for me.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's like a reverse.
I gotta. Yeah, dude, like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I am scared.
Yeah, you're lucky I'm not coming back because I'm afraid too. Pussy.
Yeah, that's it. On my way out, I'm calling fags. And it's just like, I get home, I'm like, "Britt, sorry, but I had to do
You
it."
think I'm not a tough guy? Because I'm not. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly.
You gotta ask them
affirming everything they're saying.
if they think you're a tough guy. It's like
Yeah.
get on the same page. I feel like you guys all are on the same page.
you guys know I'm not tough.
That's what it is. And we're all on the same
I
page.
won't do shit about
You
this.
think I won't do shit? I won't.
I don't know why you will leave me. Just let me stay here. I'm just strict by myself.
You think I won't get in a fetal position and you guys start kicking the shit out of me?
Also, most people might come in, they start like drinking other people's beers, they get thrown out. You're going in and handing beers out. You're
Yeah.
spreading joy,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, fuck. So you got a turf war with Landmark going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out which
guy it was.
I know which guy it was. I remember his face, and he looked like he was on fucking coke. But also, I was on shrooms. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's
We should
true.
set up,
and
like-
if you're saying that, like if you're like that guy looks like he was fucked up.
Yeah.
What the hell did that guy
Well, dude,
look like?
so that's what I'm. Yeah, he looked like he's like.
yeah.
And then he's like fucking squirrely motherfucker. And dude, I think there was like a call, like someone's like, we got to get this gray suit. At a certain point, I feel like it gets packed in there, and they're like,
Yeah.
just kick whoever you can out.
Yeah.
I think he came.
Let's start with the growl
Yeah, they're like, they saw me. The guy saw me. He's like, I bet you, as soon as I say, "Are you a tough guy?" to this guy,
Oh,
he's gonna be like,
man.
that probably works all the time for
Yeah.
most of their customers. And then I'm like, oh no, you looking for tough guys?
Right.
He's like, oh, for him, he's like, that's a win-win for him because either I say yes, and he's like, that's it. Tough guy, you been tough. Get out. Or I say no. He's like, oh well, then he's a pussy. Let's just take him out of it.
Yeah, it is a lose-lose. I mean, that's a very
So always be the tough guy from now on. I just learned how to play that hand.
yeah, because you said no, and they still decided to.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get them out of here.
I'll say yes, but I'm mature about it.
Yeah, you say respectfully, sir. I am
Yeah.
a tough guy.
Yeah, I am the tough. I'm like, hey Arnold, after he learns how like he's not to be mean to people with his karate. You know,
Gotcha.
that one episode where he. I think someone has
where
a
he's-
bit about this where he like karate some homeless guy's clothes off, and the guy's like, "I just wanted to know where the bus was." And like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
once
yeah.
away, you're like, "Dude, that's so sad, man. Don't do your karate on homeless people."
Yeah, I mean that's the first lesson I learned from Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
And that you can karate your way into basketball. Remember, he
Yeah.
got really good at basketball.
Yeah.
through karate.
Yeah,
Again,
something like that.
You
Yeah,
gotta learn-
yeah. It was like,
he was like
yeah,
meditating on the ball.
his shit was always like very Buddha-esque.
Yeah, he was very Buddhist.
Yeah.
Very Buddhist.
I think that we should go on an undercover walk-in to Landmark.
Dude, I've been so that's what I have
You
to
got to
do.
be tough to go undercover though.
No, not
Yeah.
you. We're going in there. We're
Okay.
gonna wear the spy glasses with
Oh.
the camera, earpieces.
Can we do like it's a prank thing, but instead of you're gonna kill this guy for me?
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna be real bad.
got you.
Yeah, we
Prank.
got you now. There's cameras there. There's a camera there.
Pranked you so good.
Yeah,
Dude.
and then we just run out and jump in a van and head for the border. That's
Yeah,
Who's the
I'll-
tough guy now?
I do have a banana costume, and also I can find the gorilla costume
Yeah,
somewhere.
we
Yeah.
should run that
Dan,
back.
do you
We could-
also have a banana costume?
Yes, I do.
Of course
Oh,
he
cool,
does.
cool.
I got a
We
banana costume, a cow
I'm the
costume.
only one here in his 30s without a banana costume.
I got
me
a
too
I got a
with your
police
life.
officer uniform if you
I feel
want to
like
wear
a
that
fucking loser. Dude.
I got
should-
an orange costume.
on. Wear the fake cop uniform, and when we come running out, security's out there.
Like, I
you're
got
there
him.
to set. I got it. I got
Just
it.
have me in handcuffs.
We'll
Like,
trick 'em.
We
Yeah.
got the mastermind.
And I'll just put you on a bike and go, I got him, guys. And you hop on my pegs.
Not even like that. Just like stomach over the.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Just put you over the banana seat of the bike, and I'm just high wheeling it. And I go, sorry about him, fellas. I'm taking him
Sorry
down to
about
the
him.
station.
Who's the tough guy now? I'm gonna pedal on this bike with a guy on me right now. Yeah.
But I'm just in assless chaps.
I just love the idea of doing something that they're just going to be completely puzzled by.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the getaway always because they won't go past that one spot.
Right, they
'Cause
can't.
They can't hit.
It's lava for the bouncers.
yeah,
It's like a dog with an invisible fence. They just
Yeah.
come up to it and they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I could beat your ass senseless over to right here, and then
Right.
I'm like
That's
out of my
true.
jurisdiction.
I think bouncers do have a jurisdiction line that they can't
for
cross.
sure, for sure. I did.
a good strategy.
It was funny because I actually, I'm like, fuck this bar. I'm Ubering somewhere else, and I Ubered to the Ots around there, and they were closed, and I was just like out front, like fuck. And then there's like a fight going on, and I just like talked to a guy, like one of the kids getting in a fight. I'm just like, listen, dude, totally not even worth it, man. Just go home. And which I should have done myself, because then I go to the other guys that they were all fighting with, and I was just like, this is crazy. And they're like, you want to go? I'm like, what? Why?
Are you a tough guy?
Yeah, basically, they're like,
happening?
they're like, I saw you talking to him. I'm like, I was telling him to chill the fuck out. I was gonna tell you guys to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight. He's like, you sure? I'm like, I'm pretty. Yeah. What the fuck's going on
You guys-
in this area?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You're
It's
just
just
trying
like,
to go down to these college towns and tell these kids how to live a good life.
I'm just trying to, fucking wag a finger. So that way they could get on the straight. You want to end up like me?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm having a good
you should
time.
have put money on that fight. You should have
I
gone in
should've.
and got like some lines going. It's
I
like,
should've.
all right, Yeah, if you just start betting and throwing money into a ring of people fighting outside of a bar, I mean, that's incredible. A closed bar.
I could have gotten the cop involved. So I was saying something. The cop liked it. I was like, "Let me play with your taser." And I'm like, "I know you're not supposed to even ask that, but you seem like you might."
Right.
He's like, "Nah, I can't let you play with the taser." And I was like,
You could be like McLovin in Superbad.
"That's what I thought." It kind of had that vibe. Like
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
he's
that's-
chilling at the bar.
I feel
Like,
like that's your dream, is
Yeah.
like to kind of McLovin your way into a relationship with a couple of cops.
I'm gonna end up being
They're
the
like, "It's Cody."
Yeah, I'm gonna end up being the homeless guy that's just like in the back seat while another
Yeah.
kid's having that experience.
right.
Someone's having a nice time, and I'm just like,
McMuffin!
yeah. Give me the booze, McMuffin. It's you, McMuffin.
Oh man, you would be a perfect guy to kind of just like have in the backseat of all cop cars, so that whenever they bring somebody in, you kind of like scare them a little bit.
Yeah, just like, hey,
Just say some wild shit. They go, "You don't want to wind up like Cody back there."
I just
You're like,
assume
"What?"
I took acid 7 years ago. I can't get out of this truck.
You're the scared straight program before they even get to prison.
Right.
When they're at
sorry,
the-
officer.
When they're at their lowest in the back of the cop car because their fight has been put up, they probably are already breaking down, and then you're just back there and you'd be like, ah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, the seats aren't that comfortable back here, are they? There's just a lot of slipping around.
Right.
Yeah.
They go, "Sorry, we only have enough room,
I'll just
for
start-
one cop car tonight, so you got to go back there with old Cody there. He's a rascal."
I just start foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
They love it. They love it.
Yeah, you got to come out.
That's your tax dollars.
Intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Okay. You think I should I get out of the handcuffs and start wet willying them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should learn magic to the point of where you can get yourself out of the handcuffs.
Dude.
Then you turn around and be like, ta-da!
Dude, my
You go, "I can get out of here, but this is a choice." They actually let me go 7 years ago.
yeah, I actually
back.
they don't even. I'm dead. I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm like ghost.
I
They shot me. They thought I was black.
Yeah.
dude,
I was doing blackface. It came off when I died.
yeah, you're
Right.
just coming from a Flyers game. You only did half their colors. And it was
Yeah.
the black colors. What can you do?
You had dreads back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The orange, I had a spray tan, so it just looked like half black.
I don't know what it is, but the last year or so, black face paint has gone down in price. It's like in
Really?
clearance. Yeah,
It's like it's like they're begging for it.
yeah.
like, come
somebody
on.
please use it. We took too much of this in supply.
Yeah, it's tempting.
Yeah,
But
it is. Yeah.
you
Buy
can't-
one, get one.
Yeah, I'm running the same deal down here. If anybody needs any, let me know. I got more than enough black face paint for a few Flyers games.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
They're looking good. I mean, Carter Hart isn't, but
Oh yeah, what did he just get not charged with? But
he's so statements. He's got to go fly to London and turn himself into London police for sexual assault charge.
that's what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought.
5 other players from the NHL had to go do the same because they're on the 2018 World Championship Canadian hockey team, and there was some apparently one of them went to the bar. A few of them went out to the bar. Some chick was there with her friends. That chick goes back with one of the guys. Bangs, and that's everything hunky dory so far. And then apparently let the fellas take a turn.
Oh my
But
god!
she's
Again,
like, I was too drunk to say no. So, I don't know
Holy
what.
shit!
And Carter Hart is one of the people on the list that's got to go turn himself in. But
What if he doesn't? Or will they-
he's already is on his way.
Okay. Like,
I mean,
what if he goes, "Hey, come
yeah,
get
right.
me"?
Yeah, what is they're gonna send Dog the Bounty Hunter? I guess. So
Yeah.
it's like a English version of it. It's like,
Well, that's the thing. If you get another country, I would assume the U.S. extradites to the UK. So I guess if they really
you
wanted
have to DoorDash yourself to London.
Yeah, they're
like we're
just-
not gonna come get you.
right? They're like, just come here. Come here. I got to tell you something.
Right.
No.
That's
Well,
But
yeah.
so a thing came out though. He said he's innocent.
well, didn't that happen to Patrick Kane?
Dude, it happens. I mean, I feel like it happens quite often in sports.
But
I remember, there was Patrick Kane and who else? Wasn't it like a few other?
from my understanding, I think you're right. Like there's been so many cases of it. Obviously, guilty and not guilty.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, the Patrick Kane case, he was obviously an amazing player. Is he still in the league?
He's still playing.
But he had to leave for a while. He was on the cover of NHL. They had to
Yeah.
take him off, all
Yeah.
this stuff, and it turns out it was just completely fabricated.
Right.
But he was suspended, had to leave the NHL for at least a year or multiple years.
Yeah,
and it was just all made up.
Oh shit! It sounds
Yeah.
like the Duke
So
lacrosse.
I think
case, yeah.
I could be completely wrong about that, but
that's I don't know if his case. I mean, he's playing, so I'm assuming that if it
guess
was him, then it's fine. But that's the thing. So it's if he did it, then yeah, fuck him. But if
Right.
he didn't, then that's super fucked.
right.
Yeah.
That's way worse, right? Because we're paid this. He's gonna win us a Stanley Cup,
Right.
and this slut
Yeah.
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Potential, allegedly.
And
If not, put him in jail, dude.
yeah,
Whatever the truth
we feel
is.
the same way about Gary Busey. He was
Yeah.
charged with sexual assault, but
Those
was
teeth.
not found guilty. It is the teeth. Yeah.
Who would?
He was at a horror con in Cherry Hill and apparently groped 3 women.
And
I mean, that's horrifying. What is he?
Yeah,
He's just playing.
allegedly. He allegedly did that. Now,
Yeah.
if he did do that, we are distancing ourselves.
but
from
we've,
it,
we've been in staunch support of the abuse.
Yeah. Yep.
Until
That's
that
it's a
abuse
really
comes out.
tough. Like that whole thing is really iffy because it's like you're like, are you even like? Because like you could just abandon somebody and they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's a tough like situation.
Especially if he's going to bring us Carter Hart, at least if he's going to bring us a Stanley Cup, the price of those things has gone up. So I
Yeah.
think we got to bring him into town.
Yeah.
It's like you said. It's like if you just getting to the truth, where you're like, that's the hope. Where it's not like you hope for guilty or not guilty. I mean, you obviously
Yeah.
hope for.
Well, look at the Duke lacrosse case too. They got expelled from university. They got expelled from the whole team did from the season. They didn't get to complete their season. 2 years later, it just turned out that the stripper that they hired for their party or whatever had a long history of mental illness and lying, and the whole thing was.
I
made
thought
up.
you were just gonna say like had a really long night and
Yeah, it was just a tough night, and things led one thing to another, and
she's like that was too many slaps. That's it.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
enough. But yeah. See, that's what the like do a little research on that. Yeah.
yeah.
It's also a tough thing to talk about as dudes to be like, how about the flip side?
Yeah, right. Yeah, this conversation right now
Yeah,
is bad.
It's kind of dangerous.
It's bad.
To be like,
oh, it's
man.
not bad. It's dangerous. You're right, because it is a conversation that you kind of have to have,
You're like,
or you
well-
just be like, which side are you? Like, I vote rapist. I think he's a rapist.
It's the whole change in society now where you are guilty until proven innocent, as
Yeah.
opposed to what it should be is innocent
Right.
until you're guilty.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with anything that comes up, like you read one article about it, you're like, oh, they're fucking. Like you make up your mind right then and there.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that's the problem. Is that once it's like Patrick Kane, like whether he was found not guilty, which he was,
Yeah.
it's still your reputation is tainted forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like even, right now he's got to go. He's got to take time off. We're making a run for the playoffs, which is like, don't write that in the Instagram comments. Whether they're like he is going to jail, or going to report to London police for sexual assault charges. You're like, well, I mean, he's pretty like. Hopefully, he didn't do that because people get pissed. They're like,
Yeah.
what if he did? You're like, well, I'm just hoping he didn't. Can I root for anything? Can the Philadelphia get something, dude?
yeah, yeah.
That's true. And like, can you hope for good? Can
Yeah.
you go, hey, we hope that he did it?
We hope that the lady is crazy. That's what we're gambling on right now. It's like not another thing where the dudes are assholes.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
also what it is too. It's like it's bad. I play hockey. It's
Also,
not good.
If you're kind of hoping for that to be real, then you're also hoping for a girl to get assaulted. So you're like,
I'd rather a girl
I
just
hope-
be crazy
I hope
than
she's crazy and didn't get assaulted,
Yeah.
and this guy didn't do it.
Yeah.
Is that so crazy to
We
support?
wish her well
Right.
and hope she gets the help she needs. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
I was recently promoted to the director of communications.
I was gonna say that was handled really well.
I'm a bit of a
Wish her well.
spokesperson at heart.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of dabble in it as a
I can see that.
hobbyist.
I could actually see you being a very good what is it when
Broadcaster?
Yeah.
Oh, like a radio guy?
Not necessarily radio, but maybe like a sports broadcaster of
Yeah.
some sorts.
Oh, like really turn to the camera.
Sort
and
of
be
like a Chris Collinsworth.
yeah.
He just started running down the sidelines
Oh,
with those juicy thighs.
You know what else? Maybe you could run Slime Time Live.
Oh,
I think you got the chops for it, man.
fuck, dude. I have been dying to just dump a bucket of green goo on people for years.
Children.
You just
Yeah,
got to
well-
get it to turn that green color.
Yeah, that's
halfway there.
Because it's vanilla pudding. They just let it sit there for a while. So that way the kids don't eat it.
Yeah.
Dan has been dumping goo all over people out of strange buckets for years now.
Yeah.
Oh, you should own one of those lazy rivers.
Oh, like down at the Gillen's Water Park on the Ocean City Boardwalk?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
they got a
right.
lazy river in that bad boy. And
You ever? Sometimes they like to put a little person up there, and that way he falls out. Not like a midget or nothing, but just like a person.
Just a person that happens to fit in there.
Yeah, and then they fall out and they splat.
well, they had didn't Double Dare have a lot of slime in it too?
Yeah, Double Dare had a lot of slime.
What was with the 90s and their obsession
green
with slime?
Dude,
slime.
as soon
That's-
as they're like, dude, fucking slime. These kids love slime.
No,
Let's
that-
slime
that-
them up.
that-
Like,
Let's do Jeopardy, but can we throw green goo all over the
it
people?
works, dude.
You know who it came from was that creep Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
The guy that was about the feet, he's like, I just want to see wet kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
ultimately what it came down to.
Was he the host? Who's the host?
He was the executive producer, but
it was that
I forget.
Suzanne Summers?
Summers. Yeah.
Bob Summers or
Something Summers.
I thought it was Suzanne. She did the game
No,
show.
it's
thing.
It was
a
dude,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's like Bob Summers.
Bob
me look
Summers
up
or
real
something
quick.
like that. But apparently he's like a giant piece of shit.
I saw him on an airplane one time.
Really? That's funny. Everyone sees him everywhere because I think my friend saw him in a car driving by and like.
I wonder if he's from Philly.
I think he's around like Cherry Hill area or something.
It would make sense because I saw him at the Philly airport,
Right.
on our Philly plane to California.
Yeah, he said, "Was like, is that Summer Sanders?" Like, mind your own fucking business. I saw that drove off.
Yeah, then he threw goo all over
Yeah,
him.
so fuck.
He still keeps that on him?
Yeah, he just inks people.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
It was Mark Summers. First
Mark
premiered.
Mark Summers.
Double Dare premiered in 1986. Did you know that?
Wow.
1986.
Yeah. Fucking,
Man.
it was Mark Summers, though. You guys were right.
That's the end goal for Take a Rip, the weed game show.
That's
that I
right,
got
with Bong
going on.
Barker.
Yeah.
Now the Bong Barker, Bob Barker's dead. Are you going to replace Bong Barker?
No. We keep it, dude. As soon as he died, I'm like, we gotta capitalize now. But I was like, that's bad.
Got to do a hologram of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd be my like.
It could be the hologram of Bob Barker.
Yeah, you could be my assistant host. Or he'll be the main. I don't want to take his job, so I'll let him do it.
What else are you going to develop with the program, though? Are you going to do some more of it? You're going to...
I got it. Well, dude, now I need slime. I need more because we did fill up 2 briefcases filled with pudding, but it was normal pudding. It wasn't green. I need green pudding.
It's got to be green.
Yeah.
What kind of pudding was it coming from?
It was chocolate, and it was a snack pack. You
Snack
got the
packs?
chocolate. I actually had chocolate
Yeah, it's a lot of
butterscotch,
snack packs.
and yeah, it was about like 40 snack packs.
Yeah, it was about 40 to 50 snack packs.
Yeah, a couple of BJ's orders. Had to fill up my car.
Would have been so much easier just make one thing of it, and then I'm just like,
Unfortunately, I don't know how much they are thinking people are in the market for tubs of, of
Holy
pudding.
shit. Going
Man.
through those snack packs, imagine what the recycling guys would think like if they get your recycling can at the end of the week. We're like, what the fuck was going on in Cody's house?
Yeah.
Feeding these
dude,
kids.
just putting it up. I mean, it's pretty sexy though, filling shit
If you're
up.
gonna add slime, I mean, just let us know. I mean, I'll slime myself up. We'll get some stuff happening.
I
in
can see
Glassboro.
Dan being the host of a television show, and like Cody is sort of like the sexy assistant. Like
maybe the prize girl or something like that.
Like a Vanna White of sorts,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like just a different 24 angle on it.
Right.
You know.
I get it.
I get that.
I would love that gig.
I could
That's
definitely
kind of
do
like
that,
the
yeah.
gig I'm looking for. I don't want to have to think or talk.
Behind door number 1 is just Cody naked. I'm in the corner.
You chose wrong.
No, you get slime. There's just Cody coming all over somebody.
While as I'm coming, I'd put like green
Yep.
dye on it as it shoots out.
Yeah,
That's-
you would have to have a lot of goo in you though to do that every episode.
Yeah, I would have to eat a lot of yogurt.
Yeah,
I like the idea of that as a game, like full blown game show.
I'll actually,
You know
I'm
what?
liking this
If
idea.
you can guarantee me, I'd have one of those really thin microphones that Bob Barker
Yeah.
held down.
Yeah.
If I had one of those
Yeah,
suckers,
you like them tall and thin.
yeah, tall
Long
and
and thin.
a little shiny.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm wearing a suit. And I'm up there and
Yeah.
just
I think
and
you'd be
what's
great.
behind this door here? I do a little Jerry Seinfeld, little Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah.
All right, so you're picking every like
building
when we do like the hot girl thing, like this girl's tits, you're
Yeah.
like that microphone, this
Yeah.
guy's hair.
It would
This suit.
it would just be like that show Naked Attraction. Did you see that on HBO?
No.
Where they have like you
Naked
just,
dates.
They're just
Yeah.
taking regular shows now and they're going, let's just do it naked.
yeah,
Naked
Essentially.
and
It's a
Afraid,
great idea.
Naked in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Podcasts are just porn stars now, and
Yeah.
they're doing way better than we ever.
I know. I mean, how obsessed are we with content that we're listening to porn stars podcast now? We're like, it's not good enough to just watch these people bang. You're like, I need to know what her thoughts are on politics.
It's funny because I say it and I didn't. It took me seeing them do it to be like, oh, it's happening for comedy. I'm like, no, it's good that these porn stars are finally getting paid.
Yeah.
They got away for
How bored are we that we go, we want to hear these porn stars speak? And we go,
Well, dude,
what are her thoughts on Israel Palestine?
Yeah, I mean, I would like. I guess it's this kind of the same thing as these comedians. We're like, I saw that guys do 5 minutes this many times. Like, what does he actually think?
Yeah,
What does he
yeah,
actually sound like?
And to act like we're any better on just fucking clowns that just go up there on stage, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, people want to get to know us and
Yeah.
what our stupid thoughts are on a podcast.
I wonder if they know
Here
like
we are.
if porn has like how like comedy has the tools like a misdirection and this
Yeah.
like if there's like certain tools and
I bet
porn.
you there is. Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
you there's certain moves that is kind of like a trick of the trade.
Right.
Like how to like last longer or something. The
Yeah,
guy-
there's one guy that I would watch. I don't know why it wasn't like I was just watching him. He was just
course.
he was the producer of this one, and he
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
all
it was
these-
Dan.
he would be fucking the girl, take his dick out and slap it like fucking get
Slap his dick?
Yeah, slap the head of his dick like. Ah.
Oh, okay.
And then he'd be like, "Woo!"
Just to kind of like calm it down.
I guess
a
it
little
was
bit.
about to come, and it was like,
No.
"Shit."
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no.
like, no, it doesn't feel. Instead of like having to think about your grandma, he's like, "No, what? This hurts."
Yeah.
Just like, just fucking slapping his
see
dick,
that.
and I'm like, I kind of want to. It's kind of intimidating. I might want to try that next time I'm having sex
Yeah.
with a girl. But it'd be funny if you slap it and then you just call me like,
Yeah, it just flies all over, flies out the door. My bad.
like, then they just think you're into some weird shit. They're like, sorry, the only way I can come is if I slap it after taking it
Yeah,
out.
you're
It's
like, why is there cum all over the walls? You're like,
It's like kind of when you put the thumb over the hose so it goes
Yeah.
extra far.
that's a porn star misdirect.
Oh
We
yeah,
have our misdirects. That's what they do. They smack.
it's
it in
legit.
another
Yeah.
direction.
Misdirection of.
Goes in
Come
another
at her.
direction, wrong hole. Yeah, you could do that and just do your trick at the urinal at the bars. Just
Yeah,
woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that puppy back there.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what are you swearing?
Hell yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
it's
about
just classic inside porn baseball.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
No, what else is going on down in Glassboro, New Jersey? We talked about the landmark. Is there anything you like down there? What do you hate about Glassboro?
Glassboro is pretty legit so far. It's
Are
chill.
you by the water down there?
Not close. Not really.
Not even
No.
close.
Wait, where's the water in Glassboro?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there some water?
I'm thinking. Oh, I'm the Glassboro. I'm thinking of
Stockton?
Gibbsboro.
No, like by Camden, not Glassboro. Gloucester.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gloucester City.
I completely
yeah.
mixed up the two.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like there might be water.
Glassboro's by Rowan.
Yeah, yeah.
Rowan,
I'm
yeah.
basically I could walk the landmark. I'm
Gotcha.
on like I'm surrounded.
You're on campus?
I'm on campus.
I love
I'm
how you were like, not really close to water. I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck you're talking about.
I was like, well, there's a train. Trains lead to water. I'm like, I could get to water pretty quickly.
yeah, you're like, yeah, we have water, but we're not on it.
Yeah.
But you basically live in a college town, essentially on campus. Are you like surrounded by college kids?
Yeah.
You're going to become like an adjunct or what?
Yeah. What's adjunct?
Like an adjunct professor? Like you can just go in, like you're not a full time guy?
Oh, so yeah,
you teach like one night class a week?
I've been trying. I actually have
Been
like,
finishing equations.
I've-
on the board.
No.
Guys, I'm waiting.
I went into and took a class. This was a few years ago. Like
Yeah.
when someone I knew went to school there and had a class, and I was just with him. I'm like, I'll sit in for a class.
Yeah.
I took a test. I did really bad. I flipped out. I was like, it was bullshit. I'm like, you didn't teach us any of this shit.
Yeah.
But the
Kicked
guy
you
was like,
out.
who the fuck is that?
Yeah, we don't not seeing you on the list here at all.
Yeah.
I don't even think this kid's in the class.
I think there was somebody sick, and I just like took his name. I might have fucking failed this kid out of
There you go.
whatever it was, but yeah, it's cool. I do. I actually went to the landmark the first time when I didn't get in trouble at all, dressed as Bong Barker by myself.
Did you?
And
was
I
it
just-
on Halloween or just?
Nope, it was on a Thursday. It was one of the first Thursdays I moved there, and I was already hammered because it's Pizza Thursday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
$8
the kids
pies,
is
right?
$8 pies.
I wonder what the kids on campus think of you, or if they
I was,
assume you
dude.
go to school.
I was filming everything. I was just like Cody on campus, but I would like kind of leave it on the bar.
Yeah.
People were digging it, dude. I had
Oh.
a bunch of people that were willing to lose, whatever job that they're working for, to come on my game show.
I bet they love it. Dude.
Yeah.
But I'm just I wonder if they're like, man, this kid's really been in school a long time.
Yeah.
Like, do they think you're in class and you're just kind of never going?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. There's a decent amount of people that are like, how old? Like, you're just like taking a while
Right.
type of thing.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
Yeah.
you might just be like a 5th-year guy.
Right.
Everybody has their own speeds, you know?
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's
Right.
what you can tell those kids. You're sprinting to get to 4 years. I'm on like year 9.
Yeah, I'm going back, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going back for so I could learn how to run a weed show game show.
Yeah.
That's right.
They teach that. That's a whole major.
Right. I'm sure it is a major now,
Yeah.
dude. You can major
Especially
in
with-
anything you want.
Yeah,
Just
growing
make
the
it up.
marijuanas. They're going to pass mushrooms pretty soon, too. Have you been keeping up with that?
Yeah. The mushroom. That's
I've been
yeah,
keeping up with it.
I
That's
have,
it.
yeah.
That's it. I'm right there with you, bro.
He's on the front line.
Yeah, I'm like, it's good so far, so good.
If
Keep
there's
it.
anybody that's aware, it's
What's
Cody-
funny? What's
Cody
funny?
Wright.
I'm not anymore, but I was afraid to trip for a while. Tripping was a lot.
Because you had a bad trip, or before you ever started. To
Nah, I just like wasn't about it, and then
trip? Yeah.
Didn't have anything against it. I just didn't know what.
Sip for effect.
Yeah.
Didn't have anything against it. Just it was against my beliefs.
It was just like
At the time.
It was. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna like. I got high, and I'm like, it wasn't what smoking weed was.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I smoked weed, and I was expecting fucking big candy at the grocery store. You know,
Of course.
like I go into 7-Eleven, everything's as big as your head. That wasn't what it was like. So I'm like, what the fuck is tripping like?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the first time I did, like, it was cool. I have like a rule book. I have like a rule book of 72 rules that I
That Cody has to follow.
While
Drinking
tripping.
and driving is not in there.
that I made. Cody's driving is not in there.
Cody's 72 commandments. It's-
I gotta read this rule book, dude.
I have it still.
Rule
actually.
number 1.
Yeah.
Party.
Rule number. So I didn't start tripping till rule number 15. So all the first 15 rules are me kind of being like,
Cody's
play with shop
commandments.
object. Like all the rules are like playing with shop objects are really cool. Fucking.
Yeah.
oh, so this is like more of a checklist at this
This is like
point.
me. I'm like making rules, and I'm like, I'll make a rule, and then that's new rule, and we'll just live
But
by that.
They're like rules and life lessons of Cody. It's like Matthew McConaughey's book of all the green light that he wrote of all the lessons that he's learned, and this is kind of your own,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
for one trip.
scrapbook version of it.
Yeah, yeah. Immediately turn off the phone.
Yeah.
Because the Twitter, you got to turn off the Twittosphere. I don't know what that means. That's what the rule says.
That's what the kids
Okay.
are saying around
Yeah.
Rowan's campus.
Yeah.
So how far back? When did you start these rules?
This is the one time I've only done it. The one trip I made all these rules.
Oh, all in one city.
all in ones. Like I was tripping.
So really, that's
I take a.
exactly what Moses did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
You're kind of like the most.
Yeah, I basically roll. Yeah,
either-
Rosie Commandments.
Either that or the guy that started Scientology. You're
Yeah.
one of those. You
I
just
think
lay out
You got
everything.
lit up by a burning bush and wrote some commandments.
I see. Yeah, no. That's as soon as I heard that theory, I'm like, oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's definitely what happened.
You're like,
As
I've
it-
been there, brother.
Yeah, because I was like, the first thing I remember is like, don't plan on going out anywhere because someone was like, there's a party, and I'm like, I want to go to the party. I'm terrified to go to the party, but I really want to go to the party.
But you have to check your rule book.
Can't go to the party.
Fuck.
There you go.
No. Because it's like as soon as you get there, you're gonna be like, everyone knows I'm tripping. It's like you, but you'd also have fear of missing out. And then I looked to my left, and there was a guy walking in the street, but the street was up here. And I'm like, all right, it's kicking in pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the rules started to get more serious, like don't watch the movie It. And that's rule number 19 and also 35 because
So that you had to double down. on
someone kept putting it on. Like I'd be like watching it,
that.
and
You got to rule 35, forgot about 19, had to write it back in.
dude, there's that movie is really good at like the original It too. So it's like, because I was, I guess like 21 at the time or something like that. But I grew up my whole life like I'm afraid of clowns and shit. Like I won't watch. I knew not to watch the movie It, and then I'm putting on like someone put it on. I'm like, I have a feeling I'm not supposed to be watching this. And he's like, no, that's fine. I'm like, okay. And he was the dude not tripping. He was the babysitter of
What a
everybody.
horrible idea to put on.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
And then he's like the party's like I'm gonna kill your whole family. I'm like, oh my god. And that was like I never felt that feeling before. It was like it wasn't like fear. It was like I'm gonna die.
And that movie too is intense with like how the clown comes
even
up on the
sober,
camera.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next time they're watching the storybook and he's like in the storybook and I'm like, oh, this looks like fun. I'm like, oh, it's not fun at all.
Yeah.
It's not fun at all.
But it is crazy. I mean, I've never done them in public or
Yeah.
with other. I've just done them in the confines of this basement. So I haven't. I wonder what it is like out there, though.
It's a lot. It's so many uncontrolled vibes. Like if you're not in control of the vibes,
That's got to be. That's where the rules come in.
Rules.
The rules are meant really to control the vibes.
control the vibes.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I'm like, don't hang out with anybody that you don't know. And then I like went to my one buddy's house and I went back to my place and there was like my one friend was in
That's a good rule.
frat and there was like fucking 9 people that I
Yeah.
like generally didn't like. And
That-
I'm like,
that's scary.
fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I
bringing
thought I'm like
in-
I even wrote down in the book. I'm like the devil's in my house.
Yeah, you're bringing in the unknown, dude. That I mean, what could be
Yeah.
more terrifying?
Exactly.
And, like, a worse
That
idea
is-
than being around a bunch of people you don't know when you're
Yeah,
tripping.
it was like the day before Halloween, so people were like,
They're dressed
man.
up too.
yeah, it was
How
dude,
could
it was
you-
like the worst
How
idea.
could you decipher what was real and not? Because I was sitting here when probably the most amount that I took at any given time, I was watching a Billy Joel music video and it all of a sudden started coming in as like Russian.
So with shrooms, I feel like are a little bit more. You kind of forget that you're on them.
Yeah, yeah.
More than acid. Acid's like I'm on acid for sure. This is the acid doing this. But
gotcha.
shrooms, I've had the feeling where you're like, what? Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. You have to think about it. Yeah.
I don't know how many. I microdose my way up.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting because I'm using them for medicine. That's why
Medicinal purposes. That's why it's
Exactly.
about to get legalized.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's why K is legal now.
ketamine.
I mean, it's always been legal for horses, but now they're like making a human nozzle spray apparently.
Oh,
wow.
fuck.
Because apparently that drug's fucking insane. That's like doing acid cocaine kind of.
Really?
And dude, it's funny. You get bow leg, like trying to walk on K. You get bow legged. You walk like so. Every time I'm on K, which it was only a few times, I feel like a cowboy because I like walk with my like.
You're ready to
put it there,
draw.
partner. Go.
You're just doing draws with
Yeah.
people in the middle of Delsey Drive.
Oh
You're
yeah,
just like-
yeah. Usually that's a festival. I'm like draw.
Wow.
You did that at the cops too. You're like, here we go.
Yeah, that's a great way to get killed.
Yeah, if you get in a draw with a cop.
Yeah.
You stand there, you start moving your fingers like this. It's like, is this how it's gonna
Do
be?
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bouncer. It's like,
Yeah.
The last words out of
Don't do it.
The last words out of your mouth were like, "You think you're tough," and then you just pull it out. You're like, oh.
and it's a cigarette and a lighter.
Rule number 42: do not get a shootout with an officer.
Yeah.
Don't try to bluff cops.
Yeah.
I did end up I guess I thought someone had thrown away baseball bag, and then I realized that was probably just like on their doorstep. And
Yeah.
I have a sweet baseball glove now.
Fuck. Oh, that's awesome.
So
I'm just checking it.
yeah.
oh yeah, I got a couple of news stories here too.
Yeah, I think we got to get to the news stories because
Hell yeah.
I
You
unfortunately
got a gig, dude.
I
You gotta
know.
get boogieing.
I'm sorry. I hate to be a guy that's on a fucking time crunch. You can't just fucking be chill and relax.
Yeah.
That's all right, man.
Rule number 43 is
Yeah.
just chill the fuck out and
You're
relax.
really, dude. You know what? It's nothing but good vibes out of you, though.
I'm trying to control the vibes, and it's just my life is just
It's
not-
vibing out, dude. Sometimes
Yeah.
the vibes are just you have to accept bad vibes, and just transfer them.
You just have to. Yeah, you got to be willing to accept everything.
Transfer them
yeah.
into my savings.
Yeah.
Let's do a little one-time instant transfer. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Ooh, my bad.
Yeah, but yeah, everybody needs a rule in their rule book. Just hanging with the boys, touching wieners.
Yeah.
So here's a article I saw leading up to the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's going to be very heavily Taylor Swift, I feel like. There's a lot of conspiracies that are pretty incredible that people have come up with. Here's like the top two. Number one is the one everyone's running with, is that Swift is working with Roger Goodell to announce her Biden endorsement during the Super Bowl. But that one, it's like, how is that a conspiracy? Like, do you
Also,
think she's going to come out and support Trump on the stage? Like, what is exactly?
Yeah, that one seems like just a guess about like.
What could
Is she
happen?
even going to be talking?
Yeah, like who's gonna give her a microphone after the game? She's gonna grab it and be like, "Our president needs to." Like, what the fuck are they?
I feel like whoever that one was like an open mic conspiracy theorist, and that's like, yo, bring that back. That's hack, dude.
Right.
That's
It's an
fucking.
open mic.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to make it about Biden. It's like you just took two things and just.
Yeah, I think people are like forgetting what conspiracy actually means because
Right.
we're using that
Yeah.
word so much.
Why don't you define it for me?
Yeah, it's for people
now
out
that I'm
there.
thinking about it, I'm like, I just thought it was like that's not right.
So
Yeah.
I think people often confuse like a conspiracy, like that's a conspiracy
with a theory.
Yeah, like conspiracy to murder. Like you were involved in planning and thinking and executing
Okay.
a murder. You didn't do it, but you're a conspirator. Like all the
Yeah.
people that stabbed Julius Caesar were conspirators in like,
Right.
you know, obviously like you were involved in it. So like when you say conspiracy theory, you're like there's this entire thing that's built up that these people are running behind the scenes. It's not what you think. It's like an entire
Like a plot
organized
to deceive,
yeah.
an organized plot to deceive.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
An organized plot to deceive is the best way to do it. So, like the moon landing, that's a conspiracy theory. It's a theory about a conspiracy. Like, I think the word's just getting really lost and twisted a little bit now.
I feel you. It's
But-
basically like anyone lying.
Yeah,
That's
Right,
what
right.
it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like what it
A
is now.
a theory on how people are lying. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
The second one is a little more believable. Taylor Swift is this satanic agent of witchcraft sent here by Satan to keep God's chosen one, Donald J. Trump, out of the White House.
Well, that seems more realistic.
That one, I think that one has a little bit more possibility
I
to
like.
come to
I like how
fruition.
they both got to be political.
They
Yeah.
both do. Like, yeah, why does
it's a
Taylor
he-
Swift have to have a
I don't
political
think it has
motivation?
anything to do with politics. I think it's just getting more
It's
females in
headlines.
the females.
She
in the-
doesn't think there's enough pop stars getting dicked by tight ends.
Yeah.
And she's here to speak her truth.
I think so. She's like tight end. I'd raise you.
These
I
things-
see your tight end and I raise you. Too tight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Too tight of ends?
Too tight
Tightest
holes.
It seems like AI generated headlines where they're like, you just put Trump and Taylor Swift in a headline, generates news.
Yeah.
The woman who's pushing that second one too is running for governor of Georgia as well. So
Well, give her a shout out, maybe.
yeah,
Get her on the pod.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Candace Taylor, if you're watching, we'll help support your campaign.
Candace
and
is
everything.
such a political name. Everyone named Candace is automatically
Oh,
gotta
dude.
get into politics.
You
Like,
know
it's like
she's a problem
everyone-
too because she spells her name Kandis.
She's like the Cody with a K of Candace's.
Oh,
That's
Candice,
nuts.
Diss. What a fucking man.
Christ.
That's
We-
great, dude. She should be. Are you sure she's not a comedian as well? She's one of those political comedians.
Yeah,
One of those governor comedians.
yeah,
We no longer support.
yeah.
Ukraine.
There you
That's
go.
where most of
Is
our
that guy
money.
still alive? He's still cracking jokes. He's still doing open mics. And it's just like
Zelensky? Yeah.
I love how that came out like almost immediately. Like Ukraine's at war. Their president's a comedian. So look at you guys. You better fucking.
He just goes up to the podium and he's like, "What else?"
Yeah.
So,
I'm getting the light. Oh, that's a nuclear bomb.
That's just a Russian missile coming down right
Sorry.
down the dick at our building. But
I am bombing up here.
I might
And
kill
he's just hitting a
myself.
bunch of buttons. It's like, they're all fucking dead now.
Somebody's had to have done that sketch of Zelensky at an open mic.
Yeah, I'm sure it's I would say SNL, but I guess I don't know if they would touch that.
He couldn't get on SNL. That's why he's the president of Ukraine. He was doing like those types of SNL styled shows in Ukraine.
Yeah.
But now he's just up there giving a speech to the country and he's running it like an open mic.
That must be nuts, dude. Yeah, like right there doing open mics in the
just
subways and
spitballing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it up for everybody who put this together for you. Yeah.
Give it up for Russia. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this awesome audience.
we're
There's
also-
probably some comedians who are
Like,
like this.
guys, as comedians, we have to take risks. And, sometimes that's with your lives.
Kill Tony is just Kill Tony is just a show. There's like a dead guy, and everyone's
It's
just,
just actually people. being-
Tony's dead right there, and everyone's just doing stand up.
Yeah.
I have one more news piece for us here as well.
Hell yeah.
Viral mommy and me pole fitness classes are not what you may think.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't have many
apparently.
thoughts
Hold on, I want to know.
before.
Yeah, what are you
So-
guys all thinking of?
So, if this fucking page would let me scroll,
Because we've
here.
all been
I mean,
thinking about it.
I've been thinking
can't
about
stop
it.
thinking about it. I actually have to talk to a specialist about it.
An Atlanta dance studio went viral after posting a reel of mommy and me pole fitness workshop, sparking endless comments on social media about whether or not the class was inappropriate for young children. It's basically a dance studio that is trying to say pole dancing isn't inherently sexual and that they're doing classes with kids pole dancing now.
That's good. Yeah.
You got to kill all the strippers first before you do that, and get rid of any
Now,
history
I'll
of pole dancing that way.
Get your kids involved in stripping. That's good.
I'll let you guys decide. How about that? All right.
It gets low. Yeah, at least if they go down. Dude, you imagine like any bad parent is gonna have like their kid fucks up. They're gonna end up being like great strippers.
Okay, I don't know if legally we should be looking at this. This is the creepiest shit.
with the Rugrats theme song.
Yeah.
Oh
that's-
my god.
The best part is that they
That's
said it's
no
not
good.
They got
Yeah.
100,000 followers, millions on that one.
Oh my, yeah, I bet they have a 100,000 followers, all
Yeah.
from the Megan's Law website.
Yeah, they should
Jesus
just kind of
Christ.
mark anybody.
The funniest
Yeah,
part,
anybody that follows that account, it's like, dude, get them. Go
Yeah,
get 'em.
yeah, there they are.
they said that pole dancing is a workout. It's not just used in strip clubs, and they're actually pushing to have this be an Olympic sport as well.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
And it's actually they're actually considering it.
Dude.
It's like in their pre-trial like
our
evaluations.
son's dicks are gonna be
Hard as hell.
Are gonna
Jesus
love the
But
benefit of this.
Sure, they're making that. Why are they making it for kids though? Put the strippers in the Olympics.
It's a mommy.
They
It's
can-
like a
yeah,
parent.
competition.
It's like a parent and child fitness class, but they said it's not sexual. And then you see
know
another video they put out of an adult, and it's like there it is. And like yeah,
You know
it's
what's funny? They already have that. The bar goes this way.
yeah, it's
It's
And
called
they
gymnastics.
flip around. Now they like they could just do that way. It's like no, that's like
Nah, it's got to be upright and it's got to
like-
be in lingerie.
Yeah.
yeah, it's got to be
Yeah,
stainless
right.
steel, and we got to have cleaning wipes there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
also slime them.
slime them from the top.
Yeah, that'd be sweet though. The pole randomly just oozes slime, slips. You fucking,
Yeah.
you're doing the upside down one. Crack.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
It's like, yeah, there is a bit of a pole workout that you can do. Ballet is tough, but yeah, they have a problem with that horizontal pole that's got to be vertical.
Yeah.
I looked it up and I was like, is this a widespread thing. You will not believe the trouble I went through to search that on YouTube. But when I found these videos,
Why is it so hard to just look up children stripping? I don't.
Dude,
You
even
gotta
for
stop
me.
searching this stuff, then.
I typed in children's pole fitness, and what came up is tons and tons, and I'm talking dozens of videos of families that are like, yeah, so I took up exotic dancing. It all starts with like, yeah, I was stripping, but this is also a fitness thing, and it's them with their kids. They have an entire YouTube channel, hundreds of thousands of followers. Yeah, who do you think is subscribing to that? Like,
You
what
got to
the
be
fuck?
careful on the keyboards, Danny boy. People
Yeah.
are gonna come down here.
He's doing. He's an infiltrator.
That's what I DM that to like 30 people, and then they're gonna open it and be like, "You're fucked, dude."
So he sent it to 30 other males.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna get in trouble for sending it. It's whoever possesses it.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys
like,
possess
they
it.
have
It's
like a homeless guy that dresses up like Batman who's like trying to catch criminals. And they're like, dude, like you're not qualified for this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not wearing hockey pads. What's the difference between me and you? You're actually
In
not
your
allowed to be
basement.
doing
I'm
that.
just out there trying to Chris Hansen people. I'm entrapping guys left and right, and cops show up and they're like, "Dan, you can't entrap people in your house."
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have them in cages and look like while playing R. Kelly for him.
I would treat To Catch a Predator like a game show, and that's where my game show hosting comes out. I just walk out and be like,
that's
"So
what
are
it's. That's what it's been.
That's
this
what it's
whole
meant for.
That's what it is. this
Chris
whole
Hansen
time.
wore a suit. He had all the documents. I just lay him on the counter, and I'd be like, "So what are you doing here?"
You know what? Instead of getting him arrested, I think you try to transition these guys. And like, you listen, just knock it off. Okay.
Yeah, we would play like a couple of rounds of COD together.
Yeah.
Just like we get into a Modern Warfare
Split,
match.
split the 6-pack of whatever the
sit
natty
down-
ice or whatever they bring.
Try and talk it out. Other than him just trying to scamper through the garage and get on the street, and then all the cops swarm him. You ever see that? Like they
Yeah.
legitimately think they're gonna leave.
Yeah.
They just leave the house. And
Well,
then-
I don't think they watch that show.
yeah, no, they're too
They're
busy.
busy.
They're too busy watching others.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing research on
If
other
they knew
stuff.
that show existed, I don't think they would be doing that.
No.
yeah.
I know. I have someone I went to school with got caught twice.
Twice.
By
Yeah,
Chris
it was on-
Hansen or just by?
Fool me
Nah,
once.
he wasn't on the show. He was like a 13-year-old and then something else. He went to jail or whatever, and then I like saw him later and like leaving a plate again. I was like, Greg. Oh shit! I shouldn't say his name. Craig, whatever. He's a pedophile. Stay away from Craig.
Yeah, Greg's name is all over the Megan's Law website, by the way. So
Yeah,
you,
he didn't say hi. I'm like, probably because of the whole pedophile thing.
Probably.
You could probably just follow his whereabouts. You probably have an app to track.
I
His
think
pedophile.
it's got to be hard to go back to the high school reunion after you get busted for something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a
Damn.
tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Walks in, never thought I'd walk through these doors
Yeah,
again.
he is Jewish. I'm wondering maybe that's what those Jews are doing with those tunnels.
Damn.
On that note, fellas, I
You got to go to New York, dude.
I gotta go. I hate to cut this short
No,
because
we
it's
gotta
such
cut
a
it.
juicy combo, but
Such
I'm
a Jew
gonna
combo.
be cutting it close. Cody, we gotta have you on again so we can,
Yeah, would love to.
time this out.
What do you got coming
Time
up
this
or
out
to
better.
chit chat
Shit.
about?
I
real
got a
quick?
fucking show a double nickel March fucking
Careful.
7th or
Careful.
hold the line.
Who's doing shows at double nickel? these days?
James McElhinney, dude.
Oh, okay.
James McElhinney snagged up. That's March 7th. So
Nice.
that's all I really got going on right now. But if you could follow me on
The instant
at
throws.
Wright.Cody, and there's stuff coming up. I got at Ganja Game Show. There's a weed game show that I need to start filming again, but
Okay.
it'll be on the up and up,
Hell yeah.
coming up, and some other shit. So just follow me on any of those and
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
and have sex with me.
That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Have
please.
sex with me is
Have
going to be the name of this episode.
Follow
sex
him
with me.
for sex.
Yeah.
I got nothing really. I just got New York Comedy Club. Throughout the week.
You're not stripping anywhere.
Not stripping anywhere that I'm aware of, but follow South Jersey Bad Boys, obviously. Check it out. Check me out on Instagram, Donegan Comedy. It's where I post all my shows.
Yeah, I'm D_Callahan_. Love those underscores. You can see everything going on over there. And we'll touch you next week, fellers.